Welcome to the Collector Cave, and today we have a review of an older figure. This is from McFarlane Toys' DC Multiverse, the Riddler, based off his appearance in Arkham City, the video game. And I don't typically do reviews of Hasbro or McFarlane Toys in this channel. I kind of stopped collecting those some time ago, but I've had this figure for a long time, particularly because I love the Riddler and I love those Batman Arkham games. I've played them all so many times, and Riddler's my favorite DC villain, and so I had to have this because I have all the old DC collectibles Arkham figures. They're all packed away, unfortunately. I won't have them out for this review, but I'm reviewing this guy because I got something from Etsy I'm going to review next, and it kind of goes hand in hand with this Riddler. So I figured I'd just review him, a quick review. So here's the figure. You know, McFarlane's size is like 7 inches, a bit taller than Black Series and Marvel Legends. But this Riddler comes with his cane and then also a trading card. No extra hands, and of course a base. No extra hands. At this time, McFarlane wasn't really doing extra hands, so it's unfortunate he doesn't have more hands. But still, he looks pretty good. I think I prefer the other one better, the DC Collectibles version better. But we'll still open this guy up and take a look at him. But I love the artwork on the back. This is one of my favorite artwork from the Arkham Asylum game. It's like a previs before the game came out. And I just absolutely love this picture. I love the Riddler trophy. Years ago, I had a chance to get one. I think it was an Etsy thing, a full size, 1-to-1 scale. And I passed on it, and I wish I wouldn't have, because it was fantastic. It was all neon lights. This was all real metal pieces, I believe. It was super cool. Would have been a great piece to showcase, and I didn't do it. So anyway, yeah, the Riddler, Arkham City. If you've seen McFarlane Toys, this looks very much similar. 22 points of articulation, ages 12 and over. And of course, there's probably a choking hazard here because of the size of the small pieces, though I don't see that. Maybe it's in the bottom, I'm not sure. But yeah, here it is, Arkham City. So let's get this thing unpackaged and take a look at all that he comes with. Alrighty, here's Riddler and everything he comes with. Not a whole lot, but again, this figure is like $24.95, something like that. So it's very entry level. But as you can see, he has the base, which does have a DC logo on it. You can see there. And then here's the cane, which is bent. It's very soft rubber though, so you could easily, it's very pliable, so you could go ahead and get that probably bent back with either heat or cold water. It's not very green. It's like maybe a really dark green. It looks to me it's more like black. So kind of odd that it's not really like a green with some like gold paint on both sides. And then here's the trading card, which I do like. It's that cool shot of the Riddler with the Riddler trophy, Riddler Arkham City, and in the back here, I'll just read it. Real name, Edward Nygma. With an obsessive compulsive need for attention, Edward Nygma is determined to be the most outlandish of Gotham City's criminals, concocting an elaborate series of clues and riddles around his crimes. Batman has proven a worthy opponent, capable of deducting the Riddler's plans, but Nygma is dedicated to creating a mystery the Dark Knight will not be able to solve in time. So, really cool. I loved him in the game, and people got annoyed because it was like a collectathon, but that was the whole point of Riddler. Is he's crazy, right? And he wants to frustrate you. So I made it a point to get everything, defeat him in all the games multiple times. Arkham Knight, that was even more insane, but I loved it. Anyway, here's the figure. Some weird articulation going on with his ankles. We'll get to that in a minute. The bowler is not removable. It's sculpted on him along with the glasses. The glasses are on him as well, which is where they gave him black glasses. They weren't really black in the game. These are almost like sunglasses, but still, he looks good with them. The tie, I don't know why there's a negative before the question mark. I don't remember seeing that in the game. Kind of weird. The tie is kind of rubbery. It's attached towards the top, but here towards the bottom, it's free. Overall, the paint apps are pretty good. I think these Riddler questions are supposed to be yellow, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember from the game. It's been a while since I played it, though. The one in the back is, though. yellow with a purple outline, which looks really good. Paint apps are pretty good for that, considering the price point. Yeah, purple gloves, purple boots. Let's go ahead and look at articulation. Head's on a ball joint, so he looks down really good. Looks back really good. The neck is a solid piece, so the neck doesn't move. But yeah, you get some really good. So there's some good, shots you can get of Riddler being crazy, narcissistic, right? That's what he is. And then the arms are go up to 90. They do rotate. There's a bicep swivel, I believe. Bicep swivel, and then elbows double jointed. Doesn't look too bad. Goes over 90. And then I think he's got a ball hinged wrist. And then there is a ball joint in the middle of the torso. You can see the cut there, but because of the jacket, you can't get too much. You can get him to do this. You can twist him a little bit. He goes forward, and I guess not too bad, and back, not very much. And then there's also a ball joint in the waist, I believe. So you can twist. The legs go up 90. This area here is a soft rubbery plastic, and then the knees double jointed, as all McFarlane figures. Once you kind of pop that knee the first time, it's easier to move. That's how the knee joint looks. Not the prettiest, but you sacrifice look for a double joint on some of these joints. So there's no thigh cut, but there's no thigh rotation at all. This figure doesn't have any thigh rotation at the hip either, so it's locked in place. The ankles are kind of weird. The boots are not cut, they're molded, but there is like this part halfway up the boot and then at the base of the foot. So it's like it goes up really good, goes down good, and then you get some pretty good rocker out of this guy, as you can see there. But the way this middle part is, you have to constantly move it to get it in line in order to get his feet straight to stand. And then toe articulation. So standard fare for a Mezco figure. So let's get him with some poses here real quick. All right, so I got Riddler tipping his cap. Not much more you can do with that hand, because it's a grasping hand. So you can put the cane in either one of his hands, but he doesn't come with any extra fists or open palms. So having that grasping hand looks kind of weird unless you do something like this. And then I got the cane in his hand. His hands are pliable enough where you can bend them to put the cane in without heating them up, but I would still be careful. But yeah, this is probably the pose I would have him in if I were to display him. I may do a Riddler display in one of my detolfs once I get the Frank Gorshin Riddler from Mars Toys. I've also got a Riddler statue and a couple other Riddler figures as well. As I said, Riddler is my favorite DC villain, so big fan. Overall, this is pretty cool. I don't buy McFarlane anymore. Really, this one really hits my liking. But yeah, I'm showing you guys this real quick because I have something from Etsy that came in. I'm going to review next, and it kind of goes hand in hand with this guy. So let's do a couple types comparisons real quick. All right, so here's McFarlane Riddler next to a Mezco Batman figure on the left, and then McFarlane Clayface, which I've had for quite some time. So you can see the size difference there. Batman's on the stand, so he's a little higher, even though he's shorter. That Batman figure is about 6 inches, which is standard for Mezco, whereas McFarlane Toys, as you can see, is a different size, and that Riddler comes in just under 7 inches to the top of the bowler. And Clayface is like 8.5 inches. So, the McFarlane Toys won't fit in with any of your Mezco or SHF. They're just too big. They're their own size. Marvel Legends, Black Series, those are all 6 inches. So this isn't really a typical 1/12 scale, which I always thought was weird McFarlane did that. But, I think McFarlane in the past says he wants to give you as much plastic as he can for your money's worth. So that's why I think he does a bigger scale. But regardless, I think this Riddler looks good. That Batman's too small, but the colors look real good side by side. So yeah, not much more to say. This has been McFarlane Toys, DC Universe, or Multiverse, whatever it's called. What is it? DC Multiverse. The Riddler, based off of his portrayal in the Arkham City video game. So let me know, what you guys think. You know, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. And I'll be doing another video, probably dropping the day after this one, with some other items I got that will go hand in hand with this Riddler. So until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.